Hello, welcome back to another episode. I think my freaking like my mom, my villager died, bro. I have invis potions, bro. This is bullshit, man.
He spent $5,000 on a gaming PC to play Minecraft, but anyways, he destroys it because he gets mad by playing Minecraft or something, and then he tries to cover it up and blames it on the subscriber, and it is a fantastic story. So sit back, relax, subscribe if you like stories, and let's call today's subscriber who sent in the story, Eli. So this all happened when Eli and a bunch of other kids were invited over to the Minecraft kid's house. Eli and the Minecraft kid were pretty decent friends, but Eli was better friends with the other people invited, and the Minecraft kid was kind of just friends by proxy. I don't know if you guys are ever in like groups where you really get close friends with some of the people, but not as much the other people, but you end up hanging out with all of them at the same time, just because like that's how the friend group works. So Eli was pretty excited to see the new big gaming PC, and he didn't dislike the Minecraft kid. I want to make that very clear. They were friends, like they were on good terms. I mean, they weren't really friends after what happens in the story, but you'll have to wait and see exactly what that is. But anyways, let's just fast forward to Friday night. They all get out.
They break a friendship, man. I think it's weird.
A couple hours later, all their parents drive down to the Minecraft kid's house, and they're all excited. I mean, the week is over, man. They're going to see their friends. Their friend, the Minecraft kid, got a new gaming PC, and maybe if they're lucky enough and he's feeling generous, they'll get a swing on the most extreme, powerful graphics ever, so that they can play Minecraft, which definitely needs 10,000 frames per second that you literally can't even see, but whatever, man. Anyways, right, so they all get to the house, the Minecraft kid's mom greets them. It's like, oh, welcome to our little house or whatever. It was not a little house, man. I mean, look, if your mom or dad is buying you a $5,000 gaming PC, they probably have a little bit of spare cash, if you know what I mean. It was a pretty cool house, but none of these kids really cared. They just thought the Minecraft kid was cool, and he was someone to play Minecraft with. Turns out he was not as cool as they thought. But anyways, right, the Minecraft kid runs down the stairs and is like, guys, what? You gotta come up here right now. And they all kind of like run up the stairs. They got their sleeping bags and their backpacks full of their belongings. It was turning out to be like a really great night. Or so they thought before it went terribly wrong. But anyways, right, they walk into Minecraft kid's room, and none of them had actually ever been over to the Minecraft kid's house before. All of them had kind of grown up in the neighborhood together. The Minecraft kid came to
Oh, I think it's a brown sheep.
so he was kind of like a newer addition.
Brown chip, I know. Yes, I'm trying to get some cave-ins. We could go. There's a ravine. Alright, that's nice. Probably, I'm gonna go for a mark here. Yeah. I don't even food right now, so my fast, I have the fastest horse ever, bro. Jesus, man. Right.
fight someone in the
Mm.
cuts a
Right.
leg.
Me and Max are living here.
Anyways, he's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's just like, I think my sister
Do I see something?
at this point, right, the kid is like,
Do I see something here?
and he expects his PC
Yeah.
is, but that's fair enough, right? He's got a good attitude so far. I mean, not for long, but I guess we'll see. And so sure enough, he loads up another game, and he actually is doing okay. And then he gets obliterated again by another guy, and he's like, bro, I hate this game. And his friends are like, dude, don't worry about it. Like, you're still good. And he's like, yeah. And sure enough, the Minecraft kid loads up another Bed Wars game. And once again, another kid just starts like speed bridging over. He's like, bro, like, why is my computer not making me speed bridge? And so the Minecraft kid tries to bridge really fast, but obviously you need to aim
Jackpot.
right. It's
I think
not
they're
just
there right now.
good
Or in the
frames
fuck.
per second, so he falls
Yep.
off. He's like, man. And he starts to get really angry during that game. They're like, dude, don't worry about it. Just keep fighting, keep fighting. And sure enough, like, he's in the middle. He's grabbing some emeralds, which is something you do in Minecraft, Bed Wars. And he's in the middle of the map, and someone breaks his bed, which basically means he can't respawn. He's like, dude, I put end stone down. How did they break that? They're like, bro, don't worry about it. You got the $5,000 PC. No one is gonna be able to touch you out here. So sure enough, right, the Minecraft kid has like an iron sword, iron armor. He's stacked up. He's got 1 billion frames per second. He's got all the hertz in the world, whatever that even does. He's got a ton of RAM. He's got a ram and a goat in his backyard. Like, he's killing it right now. And sure enough, someone comes up to him and just W-taps him into the void. He just like, they start fighting. They start like swing swords at each other. They're PvPing, and he just flies into the void. And the Minecraft kid loses it. He completely loses all control. He's like, I hate this game. And with just two motions, right, he destroys his entire PC. The first motion is he takes his mouse and he smashes it into his like super expensive high resolution 1 billion hertz monitor. So 2020 has been a great year, all thanks to you guys. And my little gift back to you is a compilation of all of the greatest stories I've posted on the channel. I posted like 400 videos this year. So these are some of my absolute favorites. This is a long video, so definitely get comfortable. Maybe put on a video game or clean your room or do something and put this on in the background or get something to eat. Just realize this is definitely a good one to sit in and watch all the way through. That being said, thank you guys so much for 2020. Leave a like in the video.
Whatever. We got food. Hell yeah.
Let's get into the frickin' marathon, baby. Let's go. And also, shout out to 2023. How's it going, everyone? I hope you're having a good day. Today we got some pretty crazy stories that I know for a fact that you will enjoy. So sit back, relax, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's just simply get into it. Real quick, just so you know, I have a Twitter account. It's on screen. It's @ConnorPugs. For the next couple of days, I'm only accepting story submissions on my Twitter account
Oh,
as a way
shit.
to try and help promote it to 1,000 followers.
Okay, I don't understand my fucking thing here. Like, it always jumps out, bro. I don't know. Like, bigger stuff. It jumps out, bro.
So Liam was a freshman in college, and Liam
Man.
and his friend, who we're gonna call Adrian,
Man,
they went to
fucked
college
up
that
here.
was close to where he
I
lived.
fucked
So
up the design, bro.
basically what
Jesus
happened would
Christ.
be that, Liam and Adrian, they would go to school on the weekdays, and then they would just go home on the weekends instead of getting housing, just because housing is like is significantly more expensive, and most colleges you need to actually you live far enough away that you need to pay for the housing or just makes sense to. But anyways, Liam and Adrian, they went to a college that was simply close enough, and the fact that they had a car was pretty helpful. So they just kind of went back home, and so on the weekends, whenever they wanted to hang out with friends or anything, they could drive people around, they could drive people back to their house, and it actually kind of became a bit of an asset because some people were just about on campus in the dorms, which the dorms are totally fine. I live in dorms in my college, and they're chill, right? It's totally fine. However, it can be a little better to go back home. You don't have to worry about supervision. You can do what you want. Look, a house is going to be nicer than a dorm 8 out of 10 times, I would say. Sometimes dorms can be pretty nice, or you know how that goes. But anyways, one of these nights, right, Brian was invited over by his friend Adrian because his friend Adrian's dad was out. Adrian's parents were divorced, so his mom lived in another state, and he went to go see her every couple weeks. But he mostly lived with his dad because his dad lived really close to the college that Adrian was going to. And Adrian's dad was going to be out for the weekend, so, Adrian decided to invite Brian and a few other friends over to his house. So Brian got over there, he drove in his car, he hopped in, Brian walked up to the front door, rang the doorbell, and was greeted by Adrian.
Hello. Okay, so what we're going to do today, I don't know. Try to light up some fucking candles.
Well, but they were either friends in the neighborhood of Adrian, or they went to the school that both of them went to. So either way,
So we're gonna.
it's a good atmosphere. Like even when you don't
Oh my god. Yo. Yo, fuck this game, man. Jesus Christ, man.
One thing that's important for the story, though, is while they were having a conversation, something came up about, like, Adrian, are you looking for someone? I think specifically what happened was one of the guys that Adrian invited over was like, hey, like everyone here, like, kind of, like, turned to Adrian, turned to Brian, and anyone else who was a guy, like, I'm friend.
Man, you just want to troll me, bro. Jesus Christ. Like, I'm trying to, bro. Like, horses that can fucking escape here, bro.
And this friend kind of turns to Adrian and kind of presses him. He's like, hey, I really think you should, like, I really think that this girl's perfect for you. You should give her a shot, I think it would be great. And Adrian, instead of saying, like, no, like, I just don't want to, because that's totally fine. You can just say no in these situations, but Adrian, instead of just saying no because he didn't want to, Adrian kind of said, like, no, man, like, I can't, like, I already got something going, thanks anyways. And Brian, who's friends with Adrian and is pretty close, had no idea that was a thing. So Brian's like, oh, dude, like, you never told me. And other people at the party who were also pretty close with Adrian were like, yeah, like, wait a minute, he didn't tell me either. Like, like, well, hold up here. Like, are we, like, you're not the only one who doesn't know. And, Adrian's like, guys, you're all my close friends, right? But this one, I gotta keep it a secret for a little bit longer. So Brian, the subscriber's like, dude, you can't be doing that. That's crazy. Like, look, we're close. Like, what could really be the worst that happens? And Adrian's like, guys, like, chill out for a second. You're gonna know. Like, that's totally fine. Like, cool it for a second. Like, don't, like, chill out. Like, I'm just not gonna tell you. And Brian, the subscriber, was like, alright, whatever. That's fine. Brian thought it was a little weird in his head, like, why is my friend Adrian being so weird about this? Why is he being so offensive? Like, well, what's the worst? Like, maybe Adrian was insecure about, like, a person
God, boy.
Would never do that. He wouldn't really care. Like, he would.
There's just skeletons, bro.
That just didn't seem like something in his character. So Brian was really weird.
There's creepers.
He didn't think much of it.
Jesus Christ, like the apocalypse, bro.
Everyone else was leaving. However, Adrian said, like, hey, Brian, you're allowed to stay on my couch. For some reason, I don't know exactly why, Brian couldn't, like, he couldn't be in the dorms, but he did sleep in the dorms. And for some reason, his house he couldn't sleep in it. I don't know exactly why. Or maybe he just wanted to, like, chill with Adrian. Who knows?
Dude, I'm not risking that shit, bro. Is it nighttime? Yeah, it's nighttime. What the hell?
Adrian went upstairs, and, so, Brian's been asleep for about a couple hours now, and he's awoken by,
Oh, fuck me, bro.
Footsteps. And at this point, right, it's two pairs
Nope,
of
don't attack my horse, please.
Brian's really starting to freak
Leave me alone.
because at this point, he's thinking,
Please.
okay, like, I'm
Alright.
really the only one.
Leave me alone, die.
Just Adrian and I in the house.
Damn.
I know Adrian's dad is gone for the weekend.
Bones, we got bones. We can get free bones, I don't know why. Like,
normally Adrian's dad was like cool with like one or two people coming over.
we
and,
could
like,
get
hanging
free
out in
bones,
the
we gotta
basement
get
of
free
their
shit.
house. But Adrian's dad, like, in no way would ever be okay with like 8, 9, 10 people or whatever coming over. That was the main reason that he was able to have so many people there that day, because like there's no
What
way
the fuck?
that would normally happen. But sure enough, like, Brian's
Okay, there's a pirate ship there, right? It's a pirate ship. We gotta explore for a while, I don't know the fuck.
So he kind of gets
Yeah.
up. The noises are of 2 footsteps or walking towards the kitchen. And the thing is, the couch is
Is that a pirate ship?
The living room with the couch on it with the TV is where currently Brian
Wait,
is
what?
sleeping, and it is right across
Yo!
from where the
Yo!
so Brian can see
Yo,
very
what the
clearly,
fuck, man?
He can see very clearly what's going on.
This is a
So
pirate
Brian
ship,
sees
man.
Adrian and this
A motherfucking
woman,
pirate
right?
ship?
This woman. And he's like, so in Brian's
Are you
head,
are you
he's
shitting
chilled
me?
out, he's
I don't.
relaxed.
We're
He's
gonna
like,
we're,
okay,
we're gonna make
okay.
some
So
stairs,
like
man.
this must be the secret
We'll
like
make some stairs.
girlfriend that like
Alright.
Adrian's with. I don't know why he didn't want to tell me who she
No, we're not
was,
making stairs, bro.
but
I'm sick
whatever,
of
right?
fucking
You know,
fire.
so Brian tries to like go back to sleep. He kind of closes
Yo,
his
pirate
eyes,
ship,
he
bro.
hears them talking a
Let's
little
loot this
bit.
shit, man.
What probably happened
Holy
was either
shit.
Adrian or this
Look at that
mysterious
pirate ship,
girlfriend, who I'll reveal in just a second, probably got thirsty.
Yo!
Wanted to get some water. You know
Yo,
how
I'm rich now.
situations
I don't
go,
know.
right? At this point, right, Brian is kind of just like,
Yo,
you know
bro.
what, screw it. I want to know who
I'm
the
not a fucking
girlfriend
pirate
is.
ship.
I'm gonna walk into the kitchen,
Yeah, good thing
pretend
there's
that
nothing
I
here.
don't know what's going on. Like I'm just gonna pretend that oh, I didn't know.
Did it
something
crash
around
here? I don't know.
I just want to get some water myself. So Brian gets off the couch and he like walks over to the kitchen. He's
A
pretending to
motherfucking
do so,
treasure
like,
map.
nonchalantly, not trying to sneak up or anything, because he wants it to seem like he doesn't really know. So Brian walks into the kitchen. He's like, "Oh, Adrian, didn't see you here. I was just coming to get some water." And that's when Brian turns and looks. And he gets it, because like before it was way too dark for Brian to really see who was standing there.
Yo.
Got a good look at who Adrian was
Oh,
with.
that's awesome,
And
bro.
it completely blew his mind. Like he was like, wait a minute, I think I have eye problems. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, comment teacher down below. That'll be the secret word of the day. I'll try and
I have any bow right now, so yeah.
teacher. And also, if you want to support the channel, the best way you can
Where's
do
the
that
treasure
is
map?
just by sitting down and watching.
I don't know where's the treasure
videos.
map, bro.
Sit down and watch a bunch of videos in a row. You can do that. I have playlists on my channel for story times and also specific stories. Let me know in the comment section how you're doing that, like how many videos you watched, what you're doing while watching my videos, as I really do appreciate it. And just so you know, for the people who want to listen on the go, all these episodes are on Spotify. In fact, basically every day you will get the videos on Spotify 1 to 2 hours early. So even if you're not a huge Spotify listener, there's an incentive. It's the first link in the description. Please rate 5 stars and follow if you can. I'm trying to grow it a little bit on Spotify as well, so I would appreciate that. Use code ConnorPugs for 10% off gamer subs. Submit stories to my Instagram or Twitter. They're both ConnorPugs, and let's just get right back into it. So anyways, right, Brian is just like looking at this woman, right? He's looking at this woman, and he thinks that his eyes are deceiving him. But his eyes are definitely not deceiving him. And after a second, he knows for a fact that, who he's seeing in front of him is exactly who is truly in front of him, right? Like, who he sees in front of him is exactly
Alright.
who he thinks it is.
Let me see the camera. Let me see the camera.
Both Adrian
Video.
and went to the same college, and they only had one
First
class together.
person.
It was an English class. And they had a teacher who was on the younger side. Miss Davenport was probably like 28, 29. So on the younger side of teachers, because you have professors that are 70, 80 years old. She definitely wasn't like a college student, but she was, one of the younger teachers there. And Brian always thought that, like, Adrian and, Miss Davenport got along really well. But, yeah, Brian didn't realize that by get along really well meant get along really well with, like, huge quotation marks. So Adrian's like, oh, shoot. And Miss Davenport turns to, Adrian's like, you didn't tell me that there was another student here. Adrian's like, dude, I didn't think this was going to be a problem. I thought he was asleep. Brian's like just standing there so awkwardly, like, and he speaks up. He says, hey, like, I didn't see anything. I don't need to see anything. I just came in to get some water. Like, I didn't see it, right? I didn't see anything. So Brian walks over, gets some water, and Adrian and Miss Davenport are just bickering back and forth. He's like, I told you I would never come over if there was another student here or something to know. You know how much trouble I would give you if anyone else. And Adrian's like, dude, I'm sorry. I was wrong. He was asleep. He's my friend. He was asleep on the couch. Miss Davenport's like, you should have told me this. You should have let me know. So Adrian's like, or Brian's like, oh, jeez, this is so awkward. Gets his water, walks back to the couch, and just sits there. He tries to fall asleep right away, but he can't. He's just up for like an hour, basically, at 2 in the morning. And just thinking, he's just like, oh my God. Oh my God, that's Miss Davenport. That's her college teacher. Like, this isn't, like, are you serious, right? So, yeah, well, just to make it real clear, like, Brian and Adrian, they're both over 18, so there's nothing, like, really, really bad going on. But it's still against the rules for teachers to do anything like that with students, or, like, just because the power dynamic and stuff like that. Maybe it depends per college, but it is pretty clearly at this college, like, you can't be doing that. So the next day, Brian wakes up, and he gets up, and sure enough, Miss Davenport is sitting there with Adrian at like the breakfast table, and most likely his dad would have asked her like 3 in the morning or something, or she would have left before.
Alright, let's explore the sea because we got an achievement, boys. We got an achievement. Yes, indeed.
I'm not feeling like making breakfast. Like I'm just not doing
Like
that.
it's spawned out of nowhere,
Like,
bro. I don't know.
fine, whatever. So anyways, Brian is sitting at the table, and it is the most awkward situation ever. So Adrian is like fixing up breakfast. He's like, he's like, hey, Miss Davenport, you want like a smiley face pancake? And she's just like glaring at him. Miss Davenport is not happy, and she's understandably not happy because another student knowing about this kind of jeopardizes the whole situation. It was already kind of a weird situation. I mean, look, Miss Davenport was like, if she got caught, it would have been pretty tough, right? So anyways, Brian eventually speaks up and says, hey, like, just so you know, it's not like I'm going to tell anyone, right? It's not like I'm going to tell anyone. There's no reason for, like, Ms. Davenport, I like you as a teacher. We had a good time in the class. Like, obviously, Adrian was one of my closest friends. I can now understand why he wasn't telling anyone about who he was with. But just so you know, like, there's no reason for me to, like, turn you in. Ms. Davenport's like, I'm really glad you're saying that. You know how much trouble I'd get in. Like, I really don't think we're doing that much wrong. Sure, we have this power dynamic. And, like, yeah, I'm a teacher. He's a student. So that's always a little weird. But it's mostly just a rule of the school that I just can't be doing that. So, Brian's like, okay, whatever. I don't really care. Just, like, I'm not going to bring it up to anybody. I know how that stuff spreads. I just want to let you know that I'm cool. I'm not going to do anything like that.
Where's the chickens, boy? Like, I don't know where's the chickens.
It's like, well, you don't always know your friends like that. Like, I'm glad that he's like this, but the next time this happens, Adrian's like, the next time it's not going to happen. It's good. Skip ahead to the rest of the school year. They had about a couple months left of class because this happened like February or something. And surprisingly,
You're telling my chicken died, bro. And the arrow fucks them so hard. They died. Okay. 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 I don't have chickens no more because they fucking die, bro. Jesus Christ.
Brian was definitely like, well, I'm gonna take it. Like, I mean, but there's no proof it's a bribe. Yeah, maybe I get in trouble with someone here's the thing. I'm gonna plead ignorance and I'm gonna keep getting my good grades. So we're gonna skip over to the second story. Yes, there are two stories that are very similar to each other.
Yep. Fuck snow, bro. Fuck snow. Alright, snow sucks out here. Son of a bitch. Like, snow fucks me, bro. Jesus Christ.
Liam had graduated high school by this time. In fact, Liam was getting close to about mid.
Like, motherfucking snow. One snow, motherfucker, so dumb.
This was summertime.
Like,
he was back in his hometown. So he was significantly older.
I think they got me on.
Older than he was in high school, obviously. And anyways, Liam was at the mall, and he was just in one of these stores.
We gotta find some chickens here.
Liam, is that you? And he turns around, and it's Miss Davenport. Remember, these are totally different teachers. I just use the name Miss Davenport. This is what I do, right? So, in Liam's like, Miss Davenport, like, oh my god, like, I haven't seen you forever. So, for context, Liam was when he was a freshman, he had Miss Davenport for history. She was his history teacher. Liam was always a pretty good student. Like, Miss Davenport and him, like, got along. But they were never, like, super close. So she was just, like, his teacher or whatever. And, Miss Davenport goes up to him and says, Liam, like, it's been so long. Like, you gotta tell me, how's college? How's your life going? Like, I want to hear all about it. And Liam was like, all right, yeah, of course. Like, college has been great. Met some really good guys. Like, I joined this fraternity. Like, life's really good. Like, next summer, like, I think I'm going to get this internship. Like, it's really looking good right now. Like, for this summer, I'm honestly just chilling. I'm seeing my friends. Like, I'm just happy about how things are going. And Miss Davenport's like, that's so awesome. Like, I gotta go, but, do you want to go out for, like, I don't know, dinner or something, just so we can catch up? And Liam's like, yeah, sure, that's cool. Like, I'd love to do that, right? And so Miss Davenport's like, all right, let me just get your number. So Liam gives him the number, and that's that. And the thing is, right, Liam doesn't really think of this as, like, a date, because he's like, oh, I'm just catching up with my teacher, like, whatever, that's totally cool. However, Miss Davenport saw it a little bit differently. So sure enough, right, he gets a text later that day from Miss Davenport being like, hey, what days work this week? And Liam's like, I don't have a ton of plans. I'm kind of open. Like, I mean, how about tonight? Miss Davenport's like, then it's a date. So Liam kind of looks at that text for a second. He's kind of like, did you mean what you said there? I was like, dude, like when you say, you know, it's a date, I've used that phrase before when it's not been a date, right? I don't go on a lot of dates, man. I'm working on it. But, yeah, you know, I've used, like, then it's a date and not then it's, like, a date. However, like, it's a little different when it's, a, you know, a guy and a girl, or, you know, if you're into, like, you know, same sex or whatever. If it's, like, someone that you're attracted to, and you're saying, it's a date, and you're going out, right? That's a little bit of a different connotation. Doesn't necessarily mean that, but there's a little bit more to that, you know what I mean?
Oh my god, snow, bruh. Fucking snow fucks me, bruh. Like snow? Snow? Bruh, snow fucks me. I think chickens escape right now because of despawn.
Okay, so when
like fucking snow, right?
This was probably
Motherfucking snow, right? Jesus Christ.
In her early 20s. So she was like in her late 20s, maybe early 30s now, but you know, there was still a big enough, like, I don't know, Liam was just like, there's no way, right? She's just my teacher. So anyways, Liam gets there, he drives over to the restaurant, pulls up, and, you know, he pulls up at the same time as his dad before. His dad walks over, and she's like, oh, Liam, like, I'm so happy to see you here. And so anyways, he's like, yeah, this place is really great, I love to go here, and I like this too. Like, me and my ex-boyfriend used to go here all the time. And Liam's like, oh, ex-boyfriend? She's like, no, we kind of broke up recently. It's unfortunate, but yeah, it's tough. But you know, that just happens in life, man. And Liam's like, yeah, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, that really sucks. Like, are you seeing anyone else now? And Liam was literally kind of just testing the water, and she was like, no, of course not. Like, yeah, of course not. And that's when Liam was kind of picking up on, okay, she just said it's a date. She also was just like, of course not. Because the way that his dad before said, of course not, it kind of implied like, of course it's not a date. Because if it was a date, you know, if I was dating someone else, then why would I be here? Anyway, so he ignores it. He's like, whatever, I love this restaurant. That book is cool. Like, I don't know, I have nothing else to do tonight. I'm going to ignore these red flags and just keep going with it. And so anyways, they walk inside, they sit down, they order something, and Liam and his dad were having like a great conversation. Liam's having a ton of fun asking, like, oh, what's happening at the school? His dad reports, since now that, you know, he's no longer a student, he's telling him all, like, the details, telling him all, like, the secrets or whatever. Like, oh my god, like, all kind of, like, all the gossip that's been going around the office. You know, so they had a principal change his Liam's sophomore year. Liam asked, like, never knew, like, why. He thought it was just, like, this principal wanted to do different things. Apparently, the principal was having an affair, so that was, like, a crazy story. Liam was like, oh, my God, this is insane. And towards the end of the night, right, you know, Ms. Davenport is like, you know what, Liam, this was such a great night. Would you like to have another one of these? And Liam, at this point, Liam admitted to me at the end that he was a little dense here, but he still didn't totally realize what this was. Liam was really thinking like, oh, like, shoot, sure, like, whatever, that's cool. You know, like, I'm cool with that. Like, yeah, you know, this was fun. And in Liam's head, he was just thinking like, oh, whatever. Like, this was a fun night with a friend. It's cool. So, you know, Ms. Davenport, you know, he's like, all right, you know, I guess, and he's like, yeah, I'm free tomorrow night. She's like, sure. Then it's a date. And now she says it, like, in person. And Liam is starting to realize more and more that when she says it's a date, she means it's a date. Because she kind of gives him a little bit of a wink, kind of gives him a bit of a smile, and in the back of Liam's head, he's like, alright, let's really, like, let's maybe plant some seeds here that we're just, like, showing as friends. So Liam's like, yeah, okay. He gets in his car, he drives back home. So he's on his bed, he's just, like, on his couch. He's throwing up, like, Netflix or something. He's just kind of chilling for the rest of the night. He gets a text on his phone, and it's from his dad. And she's like, hey, like, I know that, you know, our date's tomorrow night. I just want to let you know that here's my address. His dad drops her address. Liam's like, okay, you know, cool. Thanks for the information. That's what Miss Davenport says. Just so you know, like, I'm around all night if you want to come over. And that's when Liam's like, oh, no, dude. Because here's the thing, you know, play off the other stuff.
Oh no, bruh. Previous teacher like hooking up for a minor. So dumb, bruh. Jesus Christ, man. That's why he's not in teaching no more, bro. Jesus Christ. That is a red flag. Alright, if I have that one, fuck that shit, man. Where's my boat? Oh, there's my boat. Chest boat. Chest boat. Yeah, there's a lot of cobblestone here.
Next morning he wakes up, he sends a text being like, I'm so sorry, like I totally forgot. I'm going out for a couple days with my parents because they're back and they're happy that, you know, I'm back and want to see me. Like, let's meet up another time when I'm back. So his dad reports like, that's totally fine, just let me know, with a winky face. And Liam's like, oh god, this is weird, man. Because the thing is, right, maybe in any other occasion, Liam would have been like fine with going with this. Because, Liam, he doesn't mind like an older woman. You know, he's got a little bit of young gravy in him, but get that reference. But at this point, Liam's like, I can't shake the fact that she's not teaching. Like, that's way too weird. And was what this teacher was doing weird? Yeah, I think so. If like her and Liam were like really
oh my god. I think these games want to poach me, bro. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm sorry so much.
She just like had him for like a couple semesters. They never really talked or anything. In fact, Liam kind of thinks that she threw him out of her class at one point. But at the end of the day, Liam was
you're alone.
Like,
let me see he drops anything, bro. I'm sorry.
So, you know, after
sorry, bro.
days, his dad sends him a text, and Liam's just chilling at his house, and he gets
got
a text,
seagrass
he's,
again.
Like, supposedly on vacation, saying, when are you gonna be back? And Liam trying to like, he's not trying to be like, he's not trying to be mean about it. He's also not trying to be, he can't be upfront. He feels too weird. So instead, he's like, you know what? I'm sorry to ghost, but I'm probably just gonna have to ghost her. And sure enough, you know, after Miss Davenport sent that text, Liam just ignored the text. And a couple of days later, she sent a question mark. And after Liam ignored the question mark, I think Miss Davenport kind of figured out what's going on. She stopped texting him, and that was the last text he ever received from her. But yeah, unfortunately, Liam was like a year later was in the grocery store and saw her in one of the aisles, and they made really, really awkward eye contact. It just went two separate ways. Like they just tried to avoid each other, and thankfully they didn't like meet up in the checkout aisle, and they were like right behind each other or something. But yeah, so that was the second awkward story. If you want to support the channel, watch another video, and bye. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new story. Today, we have the first creepy story that we've had in a while. Today is of a stalker who follows someone home, and when they think that they're safe, they realize that they're
like, one of these islands has a fucking thing. So I'm gonna do the T shape. I already loot this one, so yeah. Do T shape. I'll do T shape. I'll do this one.
Let's just jump right into it. So we're gonna call the subscriber.
I'll leave this down. I'll leave. I think I'm gonna T shape on top. I loot this one already, so yeah.
His roommate was out for the weekend at this whole story.
Yeah.
So he was in a house with his roommate. So it was only him and his roommate who lived in the house. So this story all started one weekend when John's roommate was gone. And John was just, you know, spending his Friday night at one of the local
last Friday night.
This is a pretty big college town, so there was
and don't want to get copyright.
The campus was large as well, and it's
fuck my life.
Place, so the bar was far from where he lived. Right. By far, I mean like 20 minutes, and it was also kind of far from campus. And by that, I also mean like 20 minutes. However, it was still close enough that a lot of college kids would attend. So John went there with a few of his other friends from his mechanics class, and he was just sitting at the bar, hanging out with them, having a pretty good time. And in the corner of his eye, he spots this man who's older, in his like late 30s, early 40s, from what John recounts, right? And this man is sitting in the corner by himself, and he has some kind of drink in his hand, right? He's sitting at the corner of like a pub or whatever, and he's just staring John down. And John doesn't make direct eye contact back, but I don't know if you guys can ever notice when...
I want to mark my island.
The corner of your eye, like, you
yeah.
kind of look a little bit towards them, but you're still not looking
Alright.
directly at them. You look in the corner of your
There
eye.
it goes. This base is
You can just tell when
unnatural.
someone's, like, eye
I have to
contact
go
is
back to my
piercing
base to
right
get
at
my
you.
stuff.
It's pretty apparent in my
Meat.
experience. Thankfully, I don't experience that often, right? So John doesn't think much of it because, you know, he sometimes spaces out and just stares at people for long periods of time and then feels really bad after realizing that he's been staring at them for like a long period of time. And he knows that that's true about a lot of people. I know that happens to me all the time. So John never really thinks about anything about it. And honestly, as a general rule of thumb, you probably shouldn't think anything about it either. I know in 7th grade, this is going to sound ridiculous, but you got to understand I was ridiculous back in 7th grade.
I have to go on top actually to collect some more. Actually, I have a genius idea. What about I just wait it out? Like if they spawn a lot of strays and I freaking get wood.
John is just like, he doesn't think much of it. He continues to have a good time with his friends, talking about how hard their class is and how the teacher, like, of course the teacher makes the test too hard and has to give a 40-point curve. That actually just happened in one of my classes, but that's when John kind of like his eye kind of flicks his eyes
pigs are
back
so
in the corner
fun.
where the old man is.
You die. You're dead. You're dead to me. You're dead to me, boy. You're dead.
In fact, John was wrong on both accounts as the old man was
I got
still
one.
sitting
I got
in what
steak.
seemed to be the exact same position.
I got no
with
pork,
the
bro.
tray still half empty as if
Got
he
no
never
pork.
took a sip in the last 20 minutes,
Where the fuck
and
I don't
still
get pork?
staring at John. John is now a little bit more concerned. He definitely feels a little bit more uncomfortable at this point, but he chalks it up to two coincidences, like just a coincidence that this guy.
Where's my
happens to
other
be staring
pigs,
at him
man?
twice
I have 2 pigs, right?
and that like the 2 times
So yeah,
that he was just like
I have 4 cows,
was,
2
like,
pigs.
gazing at him, happened to be the 2 times that John spotted him. John didn't think it was unlikely that someone, because like the thing was, he didn't think it was unlikely because this guy
isn't
was
my pig
sitting
here?
in a way that he was facing towards
Oh, my
John.
pig's here.
Maybe he just
Alright.
happened to be looking at him because he was eyesight, right? However, throughout the course of the night, John was just getting very uncomfortable. He was getting more and more uncomfortable as it went on, especially when him and his friends went over to the other side of the bar to talk to some of the girls that were in a class they had together or were a friend of friends or whatever. So they went to
Alright.
the important thing.
I'm going for
they went to the
boots.
other side
Alright.
of the bar. And John was sitting there. And once again, he looked back at the old man.
no, I'll
And
do
remember, this
2
time he's on the
sticks.
complete opposite side of the bar, so the old man in the corner would have to completely. And the
Where are
really
you?
unnerving thing was
Where
the
are
old
you?
man in the corner, he was sitting at a
Where are
corner
you?
table, so you could
You're
see
over here?
either side of
You're
the
over
corner.
here now?
So he had moved
Alright, never
from
mind.
one side of the corner to like
You
the
guys
second
are
side of
here.
the corner. So then he could-
Holy
and once
shit.
again, he was staring at John.
I can make an underground tunnel, bro.
It almost felt intentional because if he was still sitting at the other side, like why would he move as John moved? And he just started to feel more intentional.
Alright, I can make a room. I can make a room.
John was thinking, alright, this is man.
I can make a room. I don't know.
I just don't like.
I want to make a room this side.
Like, I don't know how to say it.
Make a room.
Hopefully he doesn't like try and like hit on me.
Make a room for if the animals want to come here, we can slaughter. Indeed. Come on. Indeed.
Survival, your ancestors
Oh
passed
my
down to
God.
you. Just when something is
Oh my God.
in danger, and the thing is, your brain is taking in so many things. You are consciously aware of the only tip of the iceberg of everything you take in. Sometimes there are just signals and
If my fucking chicken despawn, I hate this shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, they always go here. I don't like it. Fuck.
So sometimes it is, I'd say almost always, it is incredibly important to listen to your gut feeling. Because your gut feeling isn't some kind of like pseudoscience, wishy-washy Facebook mom post. It is your collective consciousness letting you know that like there may be something that you're not aware of, right? I always listen to my gut when it comes to things like that. And John was also, he didn't necessarily listen to his gut, but he also didn't necessarily not listen to his gut here. He kind of just stayed with his friends. He did make sure not to go to the bathroom alone. He had to go to the bathroom as he had to drink that night. Not too much, because he was going to drive back. He said he was in beer. You shouldn't drink drive at all, right?
Come here.
He did it within legal limits.
Come here, boy.
Don't pounce on him yet.
Come here.
Which I understand if you want to a little bit in the comment section. I won't stop you. However, he had a lot of water and other non-alcoholic drinks at this point, So he had a lot of fluids in him, and he really did have to go to the bathroom. But he decided that he was going to hold it in until his drive back, or maybe make a pit stop on his way back to go to the bathroom. He didn't want to get separated from this group of guys at this point, as he felt a little bit unsafe doing that. Anyways, the night wraps up, and John gets up, says goodbye to his classmates, says, I'll see you Monday, or whatever. And he gets up, and he goes to the door, and as he's walking out the door, he sees in his peripheral the old man who had continuously been staring at him for the last couple hours at this point, and had talked to no one. Which, if you want to go to these things and you just want to sit there alone, that's fine. I enjoy a bit of people watching myself. I enjoy hanging out with myself. It's good to be comfortable being alone, but still, it's a little odd at a place that's you're supposed to be primarily social. I'm not going to judge you. I'm just going to tell you the facts of how other people will interpret it. However, at this point, John...
Okay, I'm out of resources. I'm out of shit. So yeah, I'm gonna put my stuff here and make another sword and make another pickaxe. Because I'm out of shit right now.
So he goes to the door, he's walking down the steps, he unlocks his car, and he gets in. He gets into his car, puts his key in, starts the engine.
Yeah, I'll make another sword and make another pickaxe, bro. Jesus Christ. Like, a sword and a pickaxe. And a pickaxe, yeah. Guys, I don't have shit right now. I don't have fucking shit.
And he sees the door open and he sees the old man, and we're just going to call the old man for the rest of this video. The old man get out. And the old man, once again, is basically staring John down. And this guy seems to be power walking towards a car. John just felt really weird by all this, but he didn't want to spook himself necessarily. And he just decided, I'm going to remain calm and assume that these are all coincidences unless otherwise provoked. And let me just say that he was about to be otherwise provoked. So anyways, John gets in his car, he gets on the road, and he's just driving. And by the way, he does not notice what car the old man gets into. So even if the old man was literally driving right next to him, okay, if he's driving right next to him, you could have looked through the window. But if the old man was driving literally right behind him, he would have had no idea, as there would have been enough glare that he wouldn't be able to see in, and he did not know what car this old man drove. So, you know, John was driving for a while, and if you do remember, he did kind of hold in a lot of the... He had to go to the bathroom, drink a lot of liquids, most of them not going to make him sus on the road, don't worry, but he really had to go to the bathroom. He was like 15 more minutes back to his house. He was at a point where he's like, you know, I'm just going to stop at a gas station, go to the bathroom, maybe pick up like a snack or two if I just want to like have it while I'm watching like some TV tonight. That sounds pretty solid. I think I'll do that. He looks at the roadsides and he sees that there's a gas station like 2 miles, take a left or whatever, or take a right or something. So he pulls off and he drives into the gas station, parks, gets in, he goes immediately into the bathroom. So he's sitting in the bathroom and he's kind of just contemplating, right? It's a one-person stall, right? So don't worry, the guy's not gonna walk in on the stall and like attack him or something. That'd be crazy. But this is a one-person thing. So basically he locks himself in. You're in a bathroom, right? He's just sitting on the toilet, just contemplating. I feel like the toilet is a pretty great place to contemplate your life. I know that sounds a little weird, but it's not a bad place. So he's sitting there, and he's just genuinely thinking about all the events that transpired in the last couple hours. And he was thinking, yeah, I don't know if that's a coincidence. And because he was every single time he got a red flag, he brushed it off as, oh, well, that's just a coincidence. Oh, that's just, it's whatever. It's like, I'm just overthinking things. And while he was sitting there, he was kind of like mapping the things together, stringing them out, and putting them within the relative context of his night, and realizing that, no, okay, that was really weird. So John gets up, washes his hands, walks out of the bathroom, and is going to go pick up some snack or something. He's going to go looking through the snack aisles of the gas station, very casually doing so, partially because he wanted a snack later, partially because he felt bad using the gas station bathroom without actually being a customer.
Yes, I think I'm going to the, I don't know. I have a lot of sheep, so yeah. I think sheep can not go here. I think chicken escapes when I fucking poke a hole. What the fuck?
He immediately brushes it off. That's ridiculous. His heart is still racing.
Literally, I don't know. Like, my resource barrels, I don't know, fuck.
Desperately trying to tell
yeah.
The rest of his brain that no. didn't just see what you thought you saw. No, that's a coincidence. So he's getting a little freaked out though. He's not feeling good. He's already like kind of stressing about the things
Fuck
that
me, bro.
happened before. And he's like, I'm probably just seeing things. I'm probably just seeing things that my brain wants me to see. Not that I want to see it, but it's looking out for people like that. So that's most likely what's going on here. But but he's like, I don't know. I just got to get out of here. I want to go back home. So he puts the snacks back, which in retrospect probably not a bad idea after what's about to happen. He puts the snacks back. He gets up. He starts walking to the door, and he can't help himself at this point. He needs to know if he was overreacting or if he was truly in the right the whole time. He turns around, and he looks, and he makes eye contact with the man that he passed. And his worst fears were confirmed. He makes eye contact with this man, and he realizes that this was the man from the bar. Heart, once again, beating in his head, is beating in his face at this point. He is like, I'm getting out of here. I'm literally going to autopilot my senses, and I'm just going to go what instinct is telling me. Fight or flight, we're going hard flight right now. So Howard walks out of the store, gets into his car, turns it on, and, he's like, okay, if this is a coincidence, the old man...
Man, you can eat here, bruh. You can eat here. Eat rest.
It's not a coincidence, the old man is going to come out and come after me. He looks in his rearview mirror. Sure enough, the door is opening. The old man is power walking out of there. John puts his thing in reverse. He drives out of there as quickly as he can. However, he is this time very intentional to make sure that he sees what car the old man gets into. The old man gets into a pickup truck, but a very distinct black pickup truck.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything in this month. So yeah, let's collect these sugar. I'm gonna collect these sugar canes. Yeah, awesome.
Driving, gets on the road, starts driving. He's like, okay, this is not a coincidence at this point. This is serious. I'm freaking out. He remembers, he's like, okay. He's thinking about this logically as he's on the road, because he looks in the rear view mirror, and sure enough, he sees a black pickup truck kind of far behind him, but also getting a little bit bigger as time goes on. So he knows it's coming closer. And he's like, okay, let's think about this logically. If I go back home now, this guy follows me there, he'll know where I live. So I don't necessarily want to do that. However, I am 90% sure this guy's following me, but I need to know if I'm 100% sure he's following me. So he remembers a trick that his mom taught him back when he was a very young kid. He never thought he'd have to use this, but life just sometimes throws stuff like this out. And I'll teach you this trick as well. It's almost 100% foolproof in figuring out if someone's following you, unless they're completely lost. If they're completely lost, then they're going to look like they're following you. So what John ends up doing is he pulls into the neighborhood. He pulls into the wrong neighborhood, not the one where his house is, but different. He's going down one of the streets. And sure enough, this car pulls into the neighborhood. Even though he was close to it, that at this point, with this much context, I think he was something for the second as well as well. But let's say this way, hypothetical experiment we're about to do. The thought experiment we're about to contend, right? Let's say the car, you do not believe that you have enough evidence. So let's make a move on the road that is so simply illogical that anyone doing it would only be doing it because they're following you exactly. What is that move? Well, what John does is he takes a right down a neighborhood. Then he takes another right. Then he takes another right. Then he takes another right. That will get you exactly back to where you started. It is completely illogical for you to do. Waze would have to be tripping, or Google Maps would have to be on some kind of drug, right, for that to ever be a thing that they make you do, which sometimes they are. Their algorithms are a little ridiculous sometimes. But
Alright then.
what John just did was he went in a circle, practically. I know it's
A
a square,
rod?
generally a circle. No one
To
would
a
do
rod?
this unless they're following you. So after John completed the circle, he looked behind him, and sure enough, the black truck, I should say, with the old man in it, was still behind him. At this point, John's heart began to sink as fast as it began to race, or as it was continuing the race, right? Because at this point, he'd almost come to the 100% conclusion that he was being followed. So he gets back on the highway, and he has no plan.
That'll be today, and see you in the next one episode, guys. Bye.
Knowing that you're being followed